Welcome everybody, peace of Christ to all. And today our topic is about the month of Ramadan and about the practice of the Muslims. Today the Muslims, they celebrate what they call today Eid al-Fitr. But is it really Eid al-Fitr? Because Eid al-Fitr, the word Fitr mean, it is about a break fasting, which mean today the Muslims they break fasting, but this name is very silly and it doesn't make sense. Why? Because the Muslims, they do break fasting every day. Not only they break fasting, but they eat like cows. So what is today is called truly in Islam? Is it really Eid al-Fitr, or it is the day of Adha? The Muslims, they celebrate al-Adha, which is supposed a different occasion for them, but the fact today is the day of the Adha, and we will prove it. You see, most of people, they copy paste from each other, but nobody want to investigate. In front of you, this is the website, official government website of the government of Dubai. I will take the website down so you guys can see with me that this is an official website of Dubai. What does that mean? That means this is a government website. This is not my website. All right. As you see here, department, etc., the affairs of transportation, etc., the city hall of Dubai. So what the city of Dubai announced to prepare themselves for such a day. What day? The day of a slaughter. If the Muslims, they break fasting, so why they slaughter hundreds of thousands of animals in this day? You know what I mean? If the Muslim want to say to me, we are slaughtering for the poor, well, the poor, they are hungry the whole year. If you are a good person, slaughtering in one day a lot of meat will not help the poor. That will make a lot of meat go expensive, and the poor will not be able to afford it. And you cannot feed every poor. So why today they slaughter? The fact what is behind this slaughter day is the roots of a pagan religion. And today we are going to show you what is the roots of Ramadan. If we go in the Quran, you see most of Muslims, they are ignorant. If you ask a Muslim, when you fast, he said to you, the Quran says in the month of Ramadan. Well, did the Quran even mention the word month? Before we go there, you will see, we will show you a lot of reference coming from the Quran. I hope that the screen is so clear. Please let me know if the screen have any problem and you are not able to view clearly the reference we are going to show you. What we will prove today is very simple. That Ramadan is a pagan practice Muhammad he copied from others. Muhammad he copied fasting from anyone around him because he was desperate trying to make a religion. If we go and search in the books of hadith, as an example, in the beginning Muhammad he used to fast 3 days every month. Then this guy he changed it. According to the Muslims, and you can read with me the hadith. This is not my statement. Let me move the site a little bit. All right, I think now you can see it better. If you read the hadith with me, you will find that according to the Muslim source, Muhammad he used to fast other fasting than Ramadan. It's called Ashura. Now what is Ashura exactly, and why Muhammad is fasting Ashura? If you look at the Muslims reference, you will find a lot of funny stuff, which is going to get Muhammad busted with no questions. According to them, not to me. According to them, remember, not to me. Muhammad once, he woke and he saw the Jews practicing fasting. So he said to the Jews, why you fast? They said, oh, we fast because today is a fasting for us, for this is the day of Moses. Then Muhammad, he said to them, well, this is a day, if this is a day for Moses, then we will practice this day and you don't deserve it. So Muhammad start fasting this day. Before we show you this reference, because this will be funny and we will laugh about it, you will see here with me in the screen that Muhammad, even the fasting day, which is supposedly he is copying from the Jews, he attached it to seeing the Hilal, which means the crescent moon. If you look with me here in the screen, you will find the following. I met up with Ibn Abbas while he was reclining his etc. in Zamzam, and I said, I said to him, inform me about the day of Ashura. On which day is it fasted? He said, when you see the crescent moon of Muharram, then count, then fast on the morning of the 9th day. All right. So when you see the crescent moon of Muharram, you start fasting in the 9th day. Why Muhammad is fasting Ashura? And what is Ashura? If we search more in the hadith, we will find a disaster. And it's going to show you how much the Muslims are confused. If you read with me here in the hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, it says the following. Ashura, i.e. the 10th of Muharram, was a day in which the tribe of Quraysh used to fast. Now the story in the Muslim books changed. It's not really about the Jews. Ashura is not for the Jews. Ashura is for the pagans, Arab, Quraysh, and all of us, we know Muhammad, he have a war with them. Why? Because they are pagan. Now why Muhammad is fasting Ashura, the fasting of pagan? I challenge any Muslim to tell me. This is number one. Number two, if Muhammad, he took the fasting of Ashura from the Jews, I challenge any Muslim to show me any fasting in the Jewish books. It's called the fasting of Ashura. They don't have such a thing. The Jews, they have a fasting, it's called the Day of Forgiving, but this is have nothing to do with this. According to Muhammad's story, and let me show you. How he took it from the Jews. In the book of Sunan Ibn Dawood, and this is a Sahih Hadith, when the Prophet saw Saw, which means chicken, he came to the Medina, which means the city of Yathrib, the city of the Jews. He found the Jews observing the fast on a day of Ashura. Okay, so they were asked about it. This is mean Muhammad, he never saw this before. By who? By the Prophet. They said, this is the day in which Allah gave Moses domination over Pharaoh. We fast on it, you know, like to thank God for this day. So what the messenger, he said, we have a closer connection to Moses than you. Then he gave orders that it should be observed. Now here you need to ask yourself a question, and this is a very serious question. Is fasting an order from a man, or fasting is an order from God? Which means when the Muslims observe any kind of religious practice, is it coming from God, or it's coming from the man Muhammad? Guys, is my voice clear? Is my voice clear? Please let me know if the voice is not clear. All right. Why Muhammad is copy-paste from the Jews? What if the Jews is making fun of him? What if they have nothing to do? And actually this is nothing to do with Musa's day. This is a lie. So the Jews obviously making fun of him. So how Muhammad, he's a prophet of God, he ordered his followers to practice a fasting without asking for permission from his God? What about you pray to your God and Allah will inspire you, say, hey, yes Muhammad, do it or don't do it? If the Jews are corrupt and the Jews will go to hell and the Jews are bad and the Jews are ugly and the Jews are pigs and monkeys, how Muhammad he take from the pigs and the monkeys the first practice of fasting? It's very obvious that Muhammad, he was trying to find any way he can make his people look like a religion. How we can make ourselves a religion? We don't have a fasting, we don't have a way to pray, we don't have anything. So we have to find a way. So he started copying from people who they are around him. And then you will find that Muhammad, even he said that the one who fasts the month of Ramadan is the same as if you like your sin will be forgiven for the coming year. You believe it? Look with me. If you fast the day of Ashura, look how important this day is. Fasting, sorry, this is the fasting of Arafah. Huh? I will show you in Ashura too. Fasting on the day of Arafah, I hope from Allah expect sins for the year before and the year after. And he said the same exactly about the day of Ashura. And let me see if I can find you the reference. So how this day is going to forgive your, your past sin and your coming sin? What is the power of this day? How this happened? How a day like this? What is the importance of this day? Read with me here, please. This is Sahih Muslim. Look what Muhammad used to do. The Prophet Sawsaw said, fasting 3 days every month. See, he ordered his followers fasting 3 days. But how this happened? If you read the story from the beginning, you will see that Muhammad was trying to find the practice of fasting to establish something in his religion. If you read here, you will see they have a conversation about the fasting and discussion. And then you will see the Prophet, he said. Thereupon the Prophet said, that is the fast of David, peace upon him. So Muhammad is so obsessed with the Jews, trying to make himself finding a fasting. David himself, he fast. So now Muhammad, he tried to make a fasting for himself. So he said, what about him who fasts one day and doesn't fast the other 2 days? Then the messenger, he said, I wish I were given the strength. The strength to do what? To do that. Therefore, so he said, which means Muhammad, fasting 3 days every month, and that of Ramadan every year. Hold on. So in the beginning, we have a fasting of 3 days. Then we have, first he have the fasting of Ashura. Then he tried to copy the Jews, which is supposed to be a fasting of David, but this is not the fasting of David. There's no such a thing. It's not about fasting of David. This is about the prophet Daniel, where he was in the belly of the whale or the fish. And this is the fasting of prophet Daniel. So Muhammad, he is copying from people around him and giving false information to his followers. And now he is ordering them to practice 3 days every month. And then he jumped to Ramadan. Now, what is Ramadan then? Where Ramadan coming from? And then he says, look, those guys who translate here, I think they are using Google translation. It's not the day of Arafah, it's the day of Ashura. You see, those guys are stupid. Here it says the day of Arafah. I was wondering where Arafah coming from. This is the day of Ashura. All right. So it's not, it doesn't say in Arabic the day of Arafah. Let me make the hadith go up. Hold on. As you see with me, let me show you in Arabic and in English. So here it says that the one who fasts the day of Ashura, Allah is going to forgive the year before and the year after. So here look like they are talking about Arafah here in the hadith here. It says Arafah. I thought they are taking it off. So if you fast the day of Ashura, Allah will take the sin for a year before. In different hadith it says a day before and day after and a year after. So how important this day is, the day of Ashura, must be very important. And how Muhammad, he learned that this day, if you fast it, Allah will forgive the year before sin. If he just learned from the Jews that he just asked the Jews, why you fast this day? You know what I mean? He just asked the Jews, why you fast this day? He have no idea. He never heard about this fasting before. So he come to the conclusion, he's a prophet, he's connected to Allah, he have a phone line, he can call Allah anytime, but Allah did not even say to him anything about this fasting. So he come to his own statement that if you fast this day, Allah will forgive your sin for the coming, or for the past year at least. And different hadith for the coming and the past sin, year. Now, imagine a day, if we fast it, it's enough to forgive our sin for the past and the coming year. Why Muhammad, he did abandon this day? Why Muhammad don't want to fast this day no more? Because Yawm Ashura, it's not an obligation for the Muslims to fast no more. You will see in the hadith it says that Muhammad, he abandoned the fasting of Ashura and he started fasting Ramadan, and this is why he don't want to fast Ashura no more. In this hadith here, you will see what happened when he saw the Jews, and he copied from the Jews that, you know what, we are more, we deserve Musas more than you, and I'm going to start fasting the day of Ashura. However, I found this a clear evidence that Muhammad is taking and copying it from the Sabaeans, not from the Jews. Because the Sabaeans, they are the one who celebrate in a sad way. They fast, they cry. You see, the Sabaeans, for those who do not know the Sabaeans, they hate the Jews. To the point they call Adonai, which is supposedly the God of the Jews, he is the devil. So the Sabaeans, they believe that Pharaoh, he was one of them, and he was a Sabaean. So when he followed Moses, and Pharaoh and his army was destroyed in the sea, Sabaeans, they fast that day of sadness for the lost.